That was weird. This is technically part 2 of the quest. If you guys are just now showing up, I don't know what really happened there. I think the stream dropped, but it instantly started again. We had this problem last for Genshin, because I streamed earlier today and yesterday, and it was fine. So, I don't know. I think it's just a Genshin problem, maybe. But this is part 2. We're going to be continuing on with Neuvillette Story Quest. I'll have to change the title here in a little bit, but let's continue.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way.
Is that why you became Chief Justice?
I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village.
Kill 'em.
It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat.
That is true.
There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities.
Another
to work
workaholic
together
in
the
Fontaine.
future.
Why am I not
Please
surprised?
Get along.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello, I'm Carol, a Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards!
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Bitch.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
Racist
How can
bitches.
two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away?
Aww.
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
That was adorable. There at the end, they had a very nice relationship.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Didn't one of them die and the other commit suicide?
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally.
He will.
There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere.
Yeah,
Unless he
no.
wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this.
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
This escalated quickly.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll...
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. I will take responsibility for everything.
This escalated so quickly. So quickly, damn.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol, and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
He's not going to.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because
Murder's
of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin
He's gonna do him guilty.
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision. Which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law.
Yeah, I knew it. There's no way he was gonna spare him.
You abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
Neuvillette is just to a fault.
Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautran, my friend. Is there anything
He can't be seen as partial either.
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one
You've murdered like 8 people.
Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off?
What's up, Rio?
Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Congrats on almost 400 subs on your YouTube. Oh, thanks.
Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice
I really appreciate.
How
have you been?
Regarding the charges against Mr. Vautran. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautran will be declared guilty.
He couldn't declare him innocent. There's no way.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
That escalated so quickly, but I knew how it was gonna end.
Hey, stop stressing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but
I got over being sick? Oh, that's cool.
Like it still
Congrats.
caused the emotions within the fountain
Being
of
sick's the
Lucine
worst.
to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you alright?
I saw your past. I'm fine.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought.
Yeah, he's pretty OP.
Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
We literally saw a man drown in the fountain by like, what was it, 40 spirits that dragged him into death? It was kind of brutal, Paimon. Did you not see that?
It is as you said. This
fountain is
different.
Scary place.
It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
I got over being sick. You... Excellent for Genuine and Starrail. Genuine Mommy is an amazing character. Yeah, she is. I actually got her. I got Japard on the second 10 pull I did, and then I actually ended up getting her on my, 8th 10 pull.
Sounds awesome!
So I did actually get her. She's really, really fun. I got her to level 70 today, too. I did a stream earlier today when I pulled for her and I built her.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw was related to you, though.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories.
I got Shampoo.
It does not mean I am deliberately hiding them.
Dude, Shampoo is, really, really good. Especially if you have Kafka. He's just crazy. He goes off.
It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating
what's the point again?
Fountain, I discovered something strange.
Okay, what?
I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions.
I didn't get the Ice Girl and Star Rail, sadly, Jingliu. Yeah, she's really good. She's one of the top 3 DPSs right now, actually. She's up there right behind Invisible Lune. So, she's just really, really crazy. Not to mention she's kind of sub AoE with her skill. She makes farming so easy.
However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara.
And if you have Blade and you get her, they are so good together. It's crazy. Because she can set off his follow-up attack, which makes him even do more damage.
I don't know what caused this to happen, but it It seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may
save up for her next year.
Here.
Well, I know a lot of the characters are getting reruns because for the PlayStation stuff. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get reruns of a lot of the limited banners. Maybe we'll see her by 2.0.
Oh, didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was
Navia!
just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
Amelie is her voice actor. I know, I flipped when I found out. I love watching her as Monarch. She's such a good voice actor.
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry.
When I found that out, I decided I was pulling for her.
Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find
I love her music. Yeah, I actually, when she released her album for like her Monarch VTuber, I instantly bought Villain Vibes. It's actually so catchy. I'm like obsessed with it.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar.
I'm a massive fan.
Conceal your whereabouts.
Well, good luck for pulling for her then. Jing Liu is so crazy. She's so good.
You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
And to cover it on Hyper? Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll have to look at it.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
I haven't been on Hyper in like 2 weeks. I've been so busy with streaming and work. I haven't made any videos lately. I should really get on that.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long.
You know, it could
I need to do a Neuvillette build guide. I need to do a Jing Liu build guide and a oh shit, I'm gonna butcher his name. Rousley build guide.
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain.
I have almost 900 posts on Hyper. That's impressive. I think I have around like 300-ish, maybe less.
We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit.
I've been on it for about a year, and
identify the senders.
I used to post a video a day. Then it went down to like 3 times a week. So.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
I'd say I have around like 200 to 300.
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
That is 100% a guess, by the way.
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight.
I've been on it for 3 years. Whoa, that's crazy.
What's more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines.
You know what I forgot to do? I'm going to do it right now. If anyone wants to join the Discord, we do have a Discord server now, where we talk about all the streams we're going to do, Genshin, Honkai Impact 3rd, Honkai Star Rail, Persona, all that fun stuff. So if you guys want to join, and you guys will get to know when all of our videos are coming up, early access and stuff, and just talk about builds and stuff. So I'm going to post a link for you guys. I completely forgot to do that when I started
the
stream.
The same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Almost 6K followers in Hyper. Ooh, congrats. I don't remember what I'm at. Around 3K, I think.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What?
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Aww.
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily
They're
reveal
protecting
themselves.
them.
No amount of
oh, that's so sweet.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them.
It's so different from like 400 years ago.
Sit back and do nothing.
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
Dude, it's so cute.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time.
Everyone's following him around to protect them. Oh, that's so sweet.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to
I'm a super fan of your content. Aw, thanks. I really appreciate it. I do put a lot of time and effort to doing my build guides and stuff for the characters for Hoyoverse games, so I appreciate it.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
Yeah. And don't forget to drink water either.
Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We can make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning
I love how protective everyone is now.
Wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
I have such a cheeky grin on right now. Oh my god, this is so cute! We just saw 400 years ago in the past when the Melusines were like super discriminated against because they were a different race, and now everyone loves them so much and are protecting them with their lives. That's just so sweet.
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look! Isn't that Neuvillette? I think he's looking at us.
I've been watching you grow on Hyper since you started the app. Wow, that's awesome. Thanks.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am.
Yeah, make friends,
My
Neuvillette.
appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion.
Oh, Neuvillette, just make friends.
Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
If you guys are going to be pulling for Neuvillette, I don't know how much longer his banner lasts. 3 days. He's very free to play friendly, he's very overpowered, and he literally has Hydro Pump from, like, Pokemon. Like, he's crazy. He's like a really, really easy character to build too. Just a bunch of HP. A very good DPS. I'm excited for Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, I am too. There's actually a couple people on my Discord. I know Galaxy and Thomas are also very excited for it. They talk about it quite a lot. Every time a new trailer comes out, they're poking at me and like talking to me in chat and stuff. You have to watch this trailer. You have to watch this trailer. React to this trailer. Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Look at the document. Which one? Do. Which one does it want me to look? Look at... Okay, I guess that was it.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one.
Your brother has him? Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
The list of involved suspects.
And Rio's next too. Rio's going to be a very good Catalyst DPS, especially for freeze teams. Plus, he's super hot.
What does it say?
I'm really excited for Rio.
The principal offenders, Domenico,
And it kind of makes me like scared though, because Farina is right after Rio, and she's a Hydro Archon, so
those with close connections or mutual
it's gonna be
interests with the
tight.
offenders, but
I don't know
who
if I'm
did
gonna be able to
not
get them both.
participate in the case. Among them, surveillance of Essan has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essan, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navia about this?
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina Durasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
Because she's smart like that.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
I want to stream Genshin, Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero when my health is better. Well, I hope your health does get better, and I hope you can. Zenless Zone looks so good. You can definitely tell they put a lot of effort into it, and you can definitely tell that they're taking some of that ideas they had from Zenless Zone Zero, and they're kind of like putting it into Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. I get very similar vibes with all like the guns and aerial combat and stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Speaking of which, I have a Honkai Impact 3rd stream tomorrow, which is gonna be great. We're gonna be continuing chapter 39. It's gonna be so much reading. Oh my god. Honkai streams are always like just so much reading. I want to be as good a streamer as you eventually. It's really not hard. I don't put that much effort into it. I'm streaming on the PlayStation, so I literally I'm playing on the PlayStation with a mic. Like, that's it. It's not that much effort. You just talk to everyone, have fun while you're playing. I think streaming is just a really good way to talk to people while you're playing. You guys can share ideas. It just makes gaming even more fun because you get to talk to people with similar interests while you do it.
Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Maréchaussée Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I
also want
to invite them
Navia.
over.
There's so many characters in Fontaine I really want.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, they're hostages of the mob. And man, those are big cups. Those are like soup bowls.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off, but oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essan here?
Yes, that's me.
Oh my gosh. Did he run?
Yes, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, he's been caught.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Oh, you dead.
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico? Where is he now?
Domino's Pizza.
The fortress of Meropide.
Honkai 3rd is still going strong. It is. They just had some of their biggest characters come out this year.
Well, I'm afraid
They're on their
even
7th year anniversary, and their sales are really high.
Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
Alright then, let's head to the fortress right now!
Let's go. Oh. Continue the quest. Suspend current quest. So once I continue, I cannot stop the quest until after it's finished from this point on. So I'm gonna continue, because obviously. It's just because when you're in the prison, you're not supposed to leave.
It's Monsieur
Rio!
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
Dude, we were here like yesterday.
And a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we...
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
My kind of man. Cut the idle chatter and let's just keep going.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started.
Good.
And to be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag.
I mean, he wrote a threatening note. He didn't even, like, say it in person.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I'm concerned
Dude just kind of seems like a coward.
Something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
I need to start my Honkai journey. Yeah, Honkai Impact 3rd is a roller coaster of emotions. Like, you'll fall in love with the characters, and then the game will hurt you so deeply that you just can't stop playing because now you're emotionally invested. The game has a gun to your head.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's...
Did I hear someone say Melusine? What happened? Siegewing!
The Melusine named Kiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about
I don't know why, but Siegewing just creeps me out.
Ah, head nurse. Do
like,
you
I feel like
me to personally deal with the criminal? Any concerns? Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that.
Yeah.
But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
Oh no, not the elevators again. Oh my god, last quest, when I was doing this, the Fortress of Meripede stuff, I literally rode the elevators like 40 times because you would have to keep going up and down, up and down, up and down for the investigation. And it just sucked. You just sat in these elevators for half the quest. I'm going to spend money on all 4 games. I wouldn't recommend it, but I can't talk when, I do. Like, I have the majority of the characters on most of Hoyoverse games. Like I said, I can't recommend doing it, but I can't. I'm not the right person to deter people.
Did Neuvillette just walk by?
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Any advice? Go for the characters you want over meta. Just play the characters you like.
Please rest here for a moment. And would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway.
Neuvillette's gonna want water.
Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
I'm never gonna get that image out of my head of Neuvillette spinning like water in a wine glass like it was wine, and then tasting it and like, delicious. Like, I can't believe he did that. I guess he's the Hydro Dragon, but like, I'm gonna have that image in my head forever.
Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if
I didn't either, I wasn't looking.
Let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Devil Neuvillette. Alright. What badges are you wearing?
Anything you need? Oh,
it kind of looks like a vision.
Are you interested?
What's that?
I can't really see close enough to look.
History, going back as far as 400 years ago.
I want strong characters in Honkai Impact 3rd. So there's a starter banner in Honkai Impact 3rd where they have a Hersher on it. So basically, a Hersher is a god in Honkai Impact 3rd, and there's 13 Hershers. 8 of them are which are playable. In the starter banner, you can either get Durandal or Hersher of Human Ego, I believe. And Durandal is one of the best physical DPSs in the game, and Hersher of Human Ego is the best ice DPS in the game, period. So just pull on the standard, or not the standard, pull on the starter banner. If you get one of those two characters, you're set.
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do
you
we
have like
much of a reputation.
60 days.
Everyone treats each other like family.
I'm pretty sure you have like 60 days. Plus, I'm pretty sure the game gives you a free Hersher of the Void just for starting the game on day 2. And I'm pretty sure you can even get a Hersher of Reason for free from the shop now.
Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Though I think the reason why they gave them away for free is because there's better versions of them now. Like, Hersher of the Void eventually became Hersher of Flame Scion, and then Hersher of Finality, so...
You two look kind of familiar.
The badges you're wearing.
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president.
Okay, awesome, thanks. No props.
From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Oh,
the first
you're his followers.
Of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
I think the story's been twisted.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer. Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Okay. Oh, and if you're still here, I wanted to let you know that the next new Valkyrie to come out is Teresa, Lunar Kindred. She fights with dual chainsaws, and she's actually one of the best lightning DPSs in the game. She has the rate up on 7.0.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh, so the
Who went to
network
prison?
was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
Is he like his descendant or something? I refuse to ride the elevator. Never. Never again.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico.
Meh.
Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Yes. I vote yes. Do I get a vote?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Essin has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What?
Yeah.
You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
So who's your boss?
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I'm not.
I only intended to do some small
I voted
business
murder
at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
Ignorance is not an excuse, by the way.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me.
I wonder why.
Mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melusines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force it to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Why? To assume that the claims you've made
Why
are your
target
own
one
thoughts?
Melusine
Have you been
particularly?
in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Just because you got put in jail for smuggling goods, like why?
Have been caught?
Yes.
I don't see your reasoning, dude.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So,
I'm
Monsieur Neuvillette,
managing
you
6
were concerned
platforms
that there
and
might be a shadowy faction
exercising.
looking to capitalize
That's
on a delicate situation with
impressive,
the Melusines
actually.
to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
My schedule is super busy.
More than
I feel that.
400 years.
I don't like
You might be overthinking this.
oversee a bunch of platforms and stuff, but I do have school work and I stream and make videos.
Everything's different.
It's crazy.
What do you
mean? Crazy.
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society.
Oh my gosh, my dogs are barking.
But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the
I can hear him running downstairs
people
playing.
wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Hyper does...
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine.
Character come back
How
eventually.
the public treats them is also
In
reflective
Honkai
of their
Impact
attitude
3rd?
towards you.
Yes. They actually have multiple banners at the same time, usually. And if they don't come back anymore, they're just put in the shop so you can buy their pieces. So you can get them in like a month. Because you only need like 60 pieces to unlock a character, and they put 20 in the shop every week. So
when people refuse to place their trust in Melazines,
if their banner stopped getting rerun, you can just buy them.
Their
basically,
unfamiliar Chief
not
Justice.
with real money, in-game
For
currency for
500
doing
years,
dungeons and stuff.
You've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you.
It's called the War Treasury, and as long as you like do the weekly bosses and stuff in the Abyss, you'll get the points to buy stuff from there.
In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Tragedies like this will never happen again.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of
Neuvillette has literally changed the entire nation. He's more of a ruler than Farina. Farina's an actual god, and Neuvillette's the one in charge.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mermonia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
A lot of the terms they use, I completely forget what they mean.
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress.
So he didn't actually hold a grudge. He tried to make the jail a better place.
Disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once
That's some
engaged in
dedication.
physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Does he hate Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting
I mean, Neuvillette was in the position to spare him, but Neuvillette's sense of justice would not let himself do that. He murdered, and he admitted to it.
And Vautrin had a close relationship as
yeah, it was out of revenge for his friend, but
Vautrin must have known
he took
that the Chief
justice
Justice
into his
would
own
make
hands
an
and broke the law.
judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say.
Oh.
Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us
Neuvillette's just so sweet.
No need to see us off.
He's so emotionally stunted, though.
Please, take care.
You
that
alright?
Trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things.
What?
I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
I think you're an amazing person.
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. Hey, any comments?
What I really think is, every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
They actually voice acted it. That's powerful. Ether never speaks.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
No props.
Oh, huh? It's raining.
Oh.
Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella. Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder.
It rains when he's sad.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Oh, that was adorable.
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
He's not a monster.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
There's Father.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And when dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette. The rainy season's almost over. The skies are supposed
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
That was so pretty. It also kind of hurt. That was like really sad, but it was very pretty. The little smile. Perfect ending. Oh, that was great. That was really good.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
It's good to see all the characters.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
He didn't dragging us in. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm sorry, I had to make the pun.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the
She probably
palais.
feels like she's having a party.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate.
That's how Charlotte celebrates.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course.
Oh,
My
she's
schedule
so
is full
happy.
for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Neuvillette, you broke Charlotte. You broke Charlotte.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
That was really funny. Alright, let's head over. She's sleeping standing up. That's like so uncomfortable.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
Been there.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time.
Oh, she has like...
In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, Kiara, our dreams have finally come true.
Aww.
I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised a model for Alof.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
That was a very, very, like, just wholesome quest. Yeah, we were kind of investigating a threat against a Melusine, but it really was just kind of learning more about Neuvillette's past, and overall it was, like, just really cute. Alright, how many more of these do I have to get? Set of curiosity. A lot. Alright, so we're gonna switch the party over and we're gonna do this a couple times. Let's do Wanderer. Do 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 do.
Stars, shine for me. Too late for regrets. Have fun with this gift. We'll see about that. Cole, mine to commit. I'm going in. Dare to mess with.
Try louder.
Oh, wrong person.
Truth repeats its cold. The night is cold.
Ideally now I'd use his ult and it'd kill it, but whatevs. That was a really bad run. We're just not gonna pay attention to that one. It never happened.
Too slow.
I wonder if the starfish are back up, because it would be very nice if they were. I just don't think so, because I think I just got them yesterday or the day before.
Quit following me.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Unfortunate. That's fine. Okay, so I also want to do some of the events. Let's finish up Please event real fast because it's not going to take very long. So let's go to challenge. Because, you know, it's literally just a bunch of little mini games. So let's finish this up and then we can head over to the new Leeway event, which I'm pretty sure has a story, so. Okay, let's go to challenge 2. Oh well, that was a disaster. That was a very big disaster. One of these. Well, that was way better. And it was enough to move on to the next one, so that's cool. Let's go for another double pointer. Try to get 3 points off of here. Oh, I missed. Damn. Not ideal. It's alright. Let's go here. And then that. Is there any more 2-pointers I can get? Doesn't look like it. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay. 35, not bad. Oh, so we want to get a hump. Okay. I understand the situation. We want to get the Jumpy Dumpies. Yeah. Oh, well, we did pretty good, I think. Wait till the fish come close. Damn. How am I supposed to get the Jumpy Dumpties? That was not very good. So let's try that one again. I mean, not great, but 20 is way better than what it was. I understand the situation. Well, that was close. This might hit the Jumpy Dumpty. Maybe. Nice. Okay. $36, not bad.
Todoko defeated lots of bad, spiky fish warriors. Even the spiky fish king was no match. Todoko, Jumpy Dumpty, and Clee, Specs, and Splash are the best.
Truly unstoppable.
This game reminds Paimon of the incident happening in Cider Lake. Did Lisa base its theme on that? But come to think of it, why go to the trouble of finding the invading species when they could just ask Clee to blow up every suspicious fish? They could even give us some bombs and let us handle this.
You and Clee are like 2 peas in a pod.
Well, well. From the looks on your faces, it seems like you're having fun.
It's
Lisa. Pretty fun.
You're here! We loved playing Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure. What a fun game you designed.
Thanks for playing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Perhaps I should come up with some new updates?
Ooh, yeah! to see Dodoko going on adventures in all kinds of places. No, wait. You must have spent a long time working on the game. It must be exhausting. We shouldn't make Lisa work too hard.
She's such a cinnamon roll. Who, you know, nukes mountains, but still cinnamon roll.
Aw, thank you for being so considerate. But if it helps keep you happy while you stay inside the city, I'll be more than happy to spend as much time as needed. Of course, I understand that you prefer going on your own adventures whenever you like. The game is just meant to be a new way to pass the time. Anyway, I have some great news. And I've also brought a gift for you cuties.
A gift? Actually, I have a gift for Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon, too.
Really?
We'll get to the gifts in a moment. Let me tell you the news first.
Can Klee play outside again?
That's right. 2 knights from the investigation team found the invasive species nest and swiftly disposed of it.
Nice.
The knights have also determined the cause of their invasion. The species were accidentally introduced to the lake by a merchant without any malicious intent, so the knights let her go after some lecturing and issuing a fine.
Luckily, they didn't cause too much trouble. But
the water inside our lake is safe.
It was way too... Is it time for gifts yet?
Of course. Klee's been returning home on time every day without being reminded by anyone. So, I've been wondering what you're up to lately.
When I was home at night, I looked through Albedo's crafting book and learned to make this. Da-da-da!
What is it? Oh no.
Oh, it's Dodoko doing a jumpy dumpy! Yep, I made a figure that looks like the Dodoko from Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure!
Wow!
Even though I can't make it throw real bombs.
Bummer.
I'll remind you of the fun we had together and blast away your troubles and boredom. A big Dodoko toy! Oh, Paimon loves surprises like this! With this, it'll feel like we're adventuring with Klee and Dodoko wherever we go!
Thank you for the creative and thoughtful gift, Klee.
I'm so happy you like my gift. What's your gift, Lisa? I want to see.
Well, I'm afraid my gift is a lot less creative than yours. It's a storybook about Dodoko's bombastic adventures.
Aww.
An adventure story! Yay! Oh, a whole storybook!
That's impressive, actually.
The little cuties returned to Mondstadt and joined Klee on an adventure with Dodoko. Together, they defeated the bad spiky fish warriors and then enjoyed an afternoon tea. A most fitting way to end Dodoko's bombastic adventure.
Did you plan out the whole story while designing the game?
Probably, yeah. She's just smart like that.
No. As the protagonists of the story, you, little cutie, and Klee all played an important part in bringing the story to life. I've left a blank spot in the book specially for illustrations, but I just thought of an even better idea. Since we're all here on this special occasion, why don't I take a photo of you together?
Sure!
Aww.
We get to see our friends and play games together!
Let's take a group photo.
Come on then, Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon. Ready, Lisa?
Cheese.
We had so much fun today. 3, 2, 1,
Aww. The end. Oh no. That was actually really cute. Just a short little event. It had some cutscenes, had voice acting. And, you know, it wasn't like anything big or crazy, but it was very cute. Had decent rewards. I mean, this kind of event I love. It's an event that you don't have to grind and constantly do a million story missions on, which is really nice. And we got some wishes out of it, which is also very nice. Yep. Come on, C1 Neuvillette. I know you want to, game. He loves me. You can't prove me wrong. Hey, it's a 4-star at least. Not a good one. I mean, at least if you get a character, you get some wishes out of it. That kind of sucked. Alright, no probs. So now we can start this event, which I'm actually excited about. So let's go do that. Hopefully we can see Zhao. He is the best character. And it's been a while, so.
Quit following me.
Hu Tao!
Looks like you're having fun. What's the occasion this time?
Oh, do I spy a traveler and a Paimon? We were just talking about you. This
Hello,
is
you
more
two.
serendipitous than finding Mora after face planting on the road.
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. I can see it in your eyes.
Never a dull moment in Tevat.
Excellent! I knew I could count on you.
What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or something delicious?
We were talking about one certain traveler, and how two's company, but three's a crowd, as the inseparable duo tour around 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they brave the lakes and seas, collecting pieces of 8 and countless other treasures. They clearly must have 9 lives. Wink, wink. Let's hope they have less than 10 deaths.
Okay.
What the? It just gets worse and worse.
Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks,
A poetry festival.
It's a poetry gala, and Mondstadt and Liyue are hosting it together.
Oh
Do you
no.
still remember the promise I made to the distinguished
Oh,
director
no.
during the Lantern Rite?
I have a very bad feeling.
Oh, something about writing poetry together?
That's right. At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. You know, it's rare to encounter
These
such a
two
kindred
working on an event together. Why am I scared?
And now, I've finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace
Oh
and
my
contact
god.
the Knights of Favonius,
All of Hu Tao's are going to be about discounts for a funeral, aren't they?
In the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the Neighboring Nations Congenial Poetry Gala.
Okay.
Weird name.
Dude, Paimon's made me laugh 3 times already in this one conversation. Just by like, okay, Hu Tao, okay.
Liyue's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, it'll be double the fun, and a great chance for people from both places to get to know one another. Hu Tao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liyue poetry for very long,
Hopefully
so
she just doesn't
please
rap
forgive
again.
my dreadful performance just now.
Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently.
If only she knew she was talking to a god.
You flatter me.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved.
Alright.
Oh, Paimon's sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, winds never churn. You came up with the second half right away.
But the sea of clouds always return.
Oh, looks like someone's got a knack for this.
Don't make me do this.
I'll have to raise the difficulty a little.
Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala, right?
Oh?